It is 9:28 a.m. January the 28th, Friday, the last day of the week, and I have one goal, and that goal is to just trade the best that I can, whether I end up being profitable or losing. If the setup plays out or doesn't play out, as long as I did my best trading it, I think that's fine. Avoid any obvious mistakes that I could do that I've made before, like yesterday with ENZZ trading too wide of a spread stock without looking, or just being oversized, all of that stuff. If I could just trade the best that I can, whether I'm profitable or not, that's my goal, and I'll be happy. So I'll be looking for morning panic bounce plays again, but again, if there's any setups, I'll consider it and trade the best that I can. Okay, it is 10:04 a.m. and I want to make an update. I did trade LWLG, but before that, I do want to go over TGGI. This one was kind of like a quick level 2 reversal, actually super quick right here. And then when I saw it here, I thought, okay, this could be the kind that it's just super manipulative. I was kind of salty because I didn't get executed here, because I didn't I hesitated with it, right? Because I had this panic, gets to the bottom and uptrends, and then it comes back to the level a bit higher than here, right? And we're playing off of this 130 level. So I did have an order here at 936 right here, 132. It did work. I mean, it got to 14, but it came right back under, and then it broke this level right here, and there was a point, because you can see how it came back to the bottom, uptrend, and then kind of like a consolidation candle. It came back near the bottom, and then it broke it here briefly, but it immediately came back, and then the volume was fading. I could have been in at 126 right here. This was a point where I could have been in the trade where I would have actually bought, but as you can see, I didn't even place an order because I knew this wasn't ideal for a morning panic bounce play, even though it's playing like one, because it was only up one day. At least the day it was up like 40%, so it wasn't horrible, but I knew it wasn't completely ideal. And if it was like a more original morning panic bounce play setup with a daily chart that supports it, I would have traded it, but I didn't, and I played it super cautiously for that reason. It did get to 133, which was VWAP, and did get to the goal, so this would have been profitable, but again, I don't mind missing it because it was so speculative. I'm trying so hard not to cough again. Let me go over LWLG, but let me clear my throat first. Alright, so LWLG, this is a listed stock. Again, this one used to be an OTC, so I traded this one on Schwab, and it was one of those things that this thing kind of broke an important level that it was trying to hold around this 650-ish level. It kind of broke under it. There is support from all the way back here, but that's just trying to be desperate. I think it just kind of broke under the level. It looked super sad. If you look at this level right here, it makes more sense how it broke under it. Had lots of volume, lots of panic selling. So I thought this could be a potential setup in the way that it kind of downtrended, and then it broke the trend line that was downtrending off of these candles right here, and then it made an uptrend. And then it kind of came back a bit of a higher low, because it never got as low as this wick right here. So I thought this could be a bit of a potential setup, and I got it at 955 right here, after letting it kind of play out for more time to see if it could do something. Again, right here at 955, I was in at 621 right here. Only 25 shares. I might have had to have been 50 shares, because there was a point, I think, around right here when I was interested in it, and because I was considering it around the 629 level, and then risking it off of this level breaking, that was kind of like more than 2 sections away, at least according to how I trade a certain size depending on my my risk level. I had to downtrend from 50 shares to 25 shares, which would have been a $10 risk level, but because it came back lower to the 621 level, I think I probably should have went 50 shares, and I would have been more profitable. I didn't make that much. I made like 99 cents, like right under $1. But I'm happy because I made something, even if it was such a tiny amount, and I learned from it. So again, 955, I was in. 621 right here. And this one did trade with a spread in some cases, but I'm happy I didn't do anything dumb. And I learned from my lesson yesterday, and I made sure I didn't get in at a horrible price. I did sell 3 minutes later, 9:58, when it was starting the uptrend. I did have this trend line here first, right, and then I got rid of it, and I went for this more aggressive trend line right here to kind of help me hold on to the trade better. Again, 9:58 right here. I sold, and I got executed at it looks like 624. It doesn't even show on the chart, maybe because it was such a small amount, but 624. And then 9:59 I sold 5 more shares at 624. So right here, yeah, it doesn't really show, but that's fine. 9:59 again, I sold 10 shares at 624. The same point right there. Again, just selling in pieces, in case it does something where it just flashes a big red candle, it breaks onto the trend line, and then that really sucks. So the goal was to sell in pieces on the way up, and then I was finally out at almost 628 at 10 o'clock right here. Right here was my sell at 10 o'clock. It never got to VWAP, unfortunately. It's very similar to NLST, but NLST trades a lot nicer. Maybe not today, but in general it kind of follows the pattern a lot better. You can see this one had a downtrend right from this $6 level to $3, and now it's all the way at 4, and it did get to the 5s. And then if you compare that to LWLG, this one's been downtrending. It even broke like a trend line, a downtrending trend line, but it just keeps downtrending. It's not really following the pattern as well. So I'm glad I did sell when I did sell at 10 o'clock, because I was expecting something like this, a big red candle to flash and just wipe out the trend line. So I think my sales were great. I traded as well. Maybe it should have been 50 shares in. I'm going to have to check and see with my spreadsheet, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I could have traded in theory TGGI. I don't mind it too much. It can try to go for VWAP later. That's not something that it can't do, but again, it's not too ideal because they didn't have the best daily chart to support a nice setup. Okay, it is 4:27 p.m. and I am here to call it off. Overall, I finished up 99 pennies, which is absolutely nothing, but yeah, I did go over my spreadsheet, and I should have been in 50 shares. That was the only thing, because I got in at a much lower price than when I was first looking at it here with LWLG, and this was still a $10 risk level. I could have traded a $20 risk level, even a 30, but it's just not that ideal because this one is a listed stock and it hasn't worked that nicely before, so I had that into consideration. And LST is a different one. Again, I've mentioned that one. That one worked really nicely. As for TGGI, this one offered an opportunity. I don't mind too much missing it, although this would have been a lot more profitable because it offered more volatility. It just wasn't the best daily chart, but at least, again, that one day it was up 40%, even if it was only up just one day. This one did not really have the volume, but this one was very similar to the trade I took yesterday. Except this one was a lower low from this level, very illiquid. It also made an uptrend. Crazy volatility, but even trading 500 shares on this stock is just like massive because it's just such a wide spread on this. So I don't mind not trading that one at all. That's all I have. Hopefully I can do much better next week and try trading with more size, as long as I don't do any dumb mistakes like I did this week and the last week. I can do a lot better, and I have the the time and effort and experience put into it, and God willing, I can get there.